So I just had this song playing in my mind this morning. It is a new day. It's raining on us again. We're going to seek shelter in the bomb shelter to do our yoga practice. But I just want to sing this song. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night. Said, Joe, you've been dead for 10 years. Said he, I've not died. I don't want to depress people, but I am a little bit feeling very down. And I see the sky is also allowing me to cry. It says here on the tree, live, love, and laugh, right? לחיות, לצחוק, לאהוב, לצחוק. Sometimes it's hard to laugh. Sometimes it's hard to love, and sometimes it's hard to live. But live we must, and with all the tools we're given. So I have this song playing in my mind about Joe Hill. And it's weird because it was a protest song about the Vietnamese war, the war in Vietnam, which was a horrible war, in my opinion at least. And I understand communism is horrible as well, but there it is in New York City. So what the hell did people die in Vietnam for when New York City has a communist mayor and there are Democrats that once they get into power, I understand our world is done. Done. There's nobody fighting terror anymore. Jihadist terror is going to... We have like less than 3 years to get rid of jihadist terror, because once the Democrats get into office, I understand the world is done. And this is not a joke. And I am for human rights, but I'm also for the right of every animal, person, child, woman, man in this region to live not under the threat of terrorism constantly. And you know what's the funny thing is, like, if you fight terrorism, they call it provoking. Terrorists don't need to be provoked. The thing is that they give you their agenda. Like, they decided that I get up 4 a.m. because they feel like throwing rockets over me. So we have to pack up our stuff. I fell asleep in the bomb shelter, got up, and slept on a yoga mat last night. I'm getting very humble these days, and I'm just thinking, wow, so we're provoking them. Well, I don't know. But what I know is all these protest movements against wars, it's a beautiful idea to protest war. It's a beautiful idea to care whether a terrorist lives or dies. Thank you so much, the UN, for fucking caring that we have a law that terrorists will be executed. I don't think it's a good law, by the way, because we're not like them. I don't think it's a good idea, because I remember from my studies, I did this paper and researched, and apparently death sentence does not deter people from murdering. Did you know that? Yep, statistics are against this being a deterrent. So what the hell is it? Are we going to be like them? So on the other hand, I don't feel like feeding these bastards. I mean, people who massacred and murdered in October 7th are in prison. They're alive. And I heard they're monsters. I heard horrible things which I don't want to repeat. And what I want to tell you, as a severely traumatized person in a severely traumatized country, but very strong nonetheless, doesn't contradict, that's not what you should be worried about, whether terrorists are executed or not. That's the least of our trouble. The worst thing is losing soldiers who want to live, who go into Lebanon to protect the north. And, you know, Israel could have dropped some bombs on North Lebanon and finished. But because we don't do it that way, we send soldiers to do the job, to make sure civilians aren't hurt. Because we have the best Air Force in the world. We could have dropped bombs on them and finished and killed a lot of civilians. And you can claim a lot of civilians are killed anyway, but way less than would have been if it hadn't been targeted, if the terrorists hadn't been targeted. And these brave soldiers going in there haven't been demonized by this world enough, haven't they? Like, they're protecting Israel from being bombarded. As the world celebrates Easter, they forget where he comes from. North Israel, yeah, Nazareth, you heard of that city? All these areas are under bombardment of rockets. What are the good Christians doing? Getting together and denouncing Israel again. And not realizing that we really don't have a choice. I am so sick of this war, you don't know. But I also know that I don't think we have a choice at this point. I don't want them coming here, invading my home. I don't want another October 7th. We've had enough. We really had enough. I've had more than my share. It's affecting me in every way it can, and I'm nothing compared to people who have to send their sons to war right now, or their husbands, the fathers of their children, have to fight these disgusting terrorists, and the Europeans are sitting there and, oh no, Israel is so bad. Yeah, these protest songs are beautiful, but what are they really fighting against? What are they really promoting? Communism is so beautiful. It's just responsible for the massacre of millions and millions of people. And really is not a nice way of life, is it? For all these people who died in Russia, Soviet Union. And yet we have a mayor in New York City who is a communist. Oh God. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in America right now. I can tell you that much. What a disgusting place this got, with a city, the largest city, having such a despicable piece of shit as a mayor, with his wife liking massacre of babies. I mean, this is like a horror. It's like America's living a horror story right now, and I really don't want to be part of it. We have our own. See? Do you hear the airplanes? Do you hear the fighting? There are helicopters going there. That's the only sounds we hear. But we also hear the birds singing. And today will be a new day. And a new day will arise. To quote their song. We're going to do our yoga practice in the bomb shelter. Sadly, when it rains, it gets worse because it's hard to take down the rockets. And it's not a really good way to live. Some people can live and go on and function. I met a woman who goes to work, and I don't know, I'm scared. I can tell you I'm scared shitless of these rockets. And for a reason, too. One guy, he was outside, killed by a sharpener. Gone. Man was working in security, too. So, do I want to be out there when the rockets are falling? No, siree, I do not. And right now I'm going to feed my dog her breakfast here. And try to live another day. Don't want to celebrate no holiday. But I do want to celebrate my life, and I want to be healthy. So I do my yoga. Yoga is a tool that has been, Shiva is already ready, has been given to us by the wonderful people of India, which I will always be grateful for, and our teacher, Swami Shivananda. Proper exercise, proper rest, proper nutrition, positive thinking, non-violence, nutrition, and let's try to keep our life non-violent, right? Meanwhile, I'm going to feed my dog now. She didn't have a breakfast, and try to have to go to the vet to get her medication later on, subscription for medication. Run out of her medication, and let's pray. We ordered the medication that it will arrive on time because she has seizures since October 7th. I wonder if the wife of the mayor of New York will celebrate that too. A poor dog was born in the south of Israel, a very violent place, Bedouins shooting each other, and rockets falling. So she has seizures Sì, scissors.